Welcome back to the Live Desk. I'm Katie Bird, joined by Kansas Senator Roger Marshall. Senator, thank you so much for sitting down on the Live Desk. So I want to start just by asking, now I know you just got back in from Washington, D.C., so what does the passage of this bill mean for Kansans?
Well, Katie, I think that this bill is the most consequential legislation of my lifetime, of our lifetimes, that this is the start of a new golden economic era of prosperity and security. As you just said, we just spent about, I don't know, I think we've been up for 36 hours now, just landed, just got it passed. Vice President Vance had to come in and break the tie, and we were expecting that all along. But it's somewhat of a dramatic moment for all of us. But I think, let's talk about security just for a second to start with. The number one thing that President Trump campaigned on was securing the border. Now, he's done that, but he's going to run out of funding soon. So this bill is going to fund security on that border for 4 years. It's going to increase the number of border agents down there, about 2,000 miles, a barrier as well. It's going to make our military stronger, start of a golden dome even as well. I think from the prosperity standpoint, most importantly, is this is going to decrease your taxes. To a hardworking family, middle income, it may save them $1,000 a month in taxes and increased income as well. So I think it's going to be a legislation that's going to bring prosperity and security to this nation.
Thank you, Senator. What is your personal favorite part of the bill?
Oh gosh, so I'm a healthcare junkie, right? Helped run a rural hospital, practiced OB for 25 years, and rural hospitals are really struggling. So for the last 6 months, I've been working with Dr. Oz and Secretary Kennedy and President Trump, figuring out how do we get more funding into rural hospitals. There's $50 billion in this that I fought for to help rural hospitals and community health centers get out there. There's community health centers all across your metro area here as well. When I think about MAHA, Make America Healthy Again, one of my 3 pillars is meaningful access to affordable primary care, and this is going to make that possible.
Senator, thank you. What would you say to a Kansan who is concerned about Medicaid going forward?
Yeah, look, we are strengthening Medicaid. We are going to make sure that seniors in nursing homes, that people with disabilities, children, pregnant women, we're going to make sure that you have Medicaid. From the only people that are going to lose Medicaid would be ones that don't want to work. And all we're asking is 20 hours a week. And you don't have, if you have a disability, we're of course not going to make you work. If you have a young child at home, we're not going to make you work as well. We're actually increasing funding for Medicaid. We'll be increasing funding for Medicaid more than the rate of inflation. We're going to increase spending $200 billion a year for Medicaid. Medicaid is just kind of out of control. And I would just say one last thing about Medicaid. If you're on Medicaid, that does not mean access to care. That a third of doctors don't take Medicaid and another third delay care as well. So that's why I think these community health centers are so very important to make sure that you actually have access to health care. So we're making Medicaid stronger. We're strengthening it.
Senator Marshall, thank you. Now, I know when we chatted the other day, you said no bill is perfect, and you do like about 90%.
Yeah.
So what is the 10% that you may have reservations on?
Yeah, so Katie, the number one threat facing this nation long term is our national debt. $37 trillion and growing. We're going to spend $1 trillion this year on interest alone. I was really hoping we would cut more spending. Now, we end up cutting $1.6 trillion over 10 years, and that's a record. We've never, ever cut that much. This is the largest tax decrease. This is the largest cut in spending of federal government in the history of our country. But I was hoping to cut a little bit more. What we're going to have to count on is that this is going to be a bill for prosperity and security, so it's going to grow the economy, and then we need to kind of basically freeze spending at the federal government level until the economy catches up with us. And then hopefully decrease spending over the next 4 years as well.
Thank you. Now, what initial changes can Americans expect right off of the bat here?
Well, I think even this year alone is that if you have a small business, we have all these pass-through taxes that we're going to make permanent. It's called a 199A pass-through. If you have it's called a petite tax, PETIT tax as well. That's going to give you a tax break on that. Being able to write off research and development dollars, interest expenses, bonus depreciation. We're making all these tax cuts permanent. So that's going to help your business. But if you're a person that's working overtime overtime this year, if you're a person that makes your wages from tips, if you're a senior, your first $6,000 you don't have to pay taxes on from Social Security. So you're going to see a tax break already this year, and you're already seeing the economy grow. A great jobs number report this week came out today. Actually, inflation is down, the price of gas and groceries is down. So this golden age is starting already, and this bill is going to accentuate it and hopefully help you have more cash in your pocket come the end of the month.
Thank you, Senator. What is your overall message for Americans that both are and are not in favor of this bill that was passed this morning?
Well, if you're not in favor of, get to know it. I think if you look at the pieces of it, there's something in there for you. Whether you're a farmer in western Kansas or a business person, here in the metro area, there's something in it for you as well to help your economy, to help your family grow, and certainly it's going to make you safer as well. There's no one can argue that this bill isn't going to make your family safer by securing the border, by doubling the number of ICE agents out there. We have over 400,000 violent criminal aliens here in the country now, and it's very expensive to remove them. So we are going to definitely make your family safer. We're going to make the military stronger, and we're going to grow the economy in so many different ways. This is a pro small business bill. This is a bill for Main Street, not for Wall Street. This is a bill that's going to help hardworking Americans as well. So just very proud that I got to have my fingerprints all over this. We probably got more done in this bill as far as my personal input than I had the last 8 years in Congress. So very proud of the work that I've done on it.
Wow, thank you so much. Do you have any final or closing thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, there's always more to talk about. We increased the child tax credit. So rather than the child tax credit going back to $1,000 per child, we're going to increase it to $2,200 per child. When I think about school choice, there's funding in here that's going to make school choice easier. If you have a 529 education fund for your children, we're going to make that more flexible. If you're a college student getting a Pell Grant, we're going to make that more flexibility with that so you can use them towards a technology certification, that type of thing. So this is all about hardworking Americans. So proud of the work that we've done in this bill. And again, I just think that we're ushering in this golden age of America once again, a golden age of prosperity and security.
Senator Marshall, thank you so much for sitting down with us this afternoon on the KCTV5 Live Desk. We really appreciate you coming in.
You bet.
Thanks.